What's up? Got some Jim Carey inspired thoughts. Just begin. I'll just begin. What if we're just like energy sources? Like, or what's it better? What if we're body parts or body functions? Some of us are blood cells. Some of us are veins. Some of us are arteries. Some of us are red blood cells. Some of us are white blood cells. Some of us are viruses. Some of us are healthy bacteria. Some of us. And the reason I say this is because think of it like this. We wake up in the morning, we have a certain time we have to wake up to be at a job or to do whatever we have to do, even if it's for a self owned business. No matter what you do, you have to wake up and go do something. Even if you breathe in air, your function is living. And say you go to a job or whatever, you have to flow to this job through a freeway with all these other people and all these different energies and different people that have to go do different things. We see these people as people, of course, and different humans having different experiences. But what if we're all just one blood traveling down the vessel of, or vein or artery or whatever? And downtown is a heart. Houston is a heart, or Houston is a major vein or whatever. What are those things where veins meet or some shit like intersections or whatever? Uh, I don't know my body parts clearly, but New York is like the brain or some shit. Like we all have these different. What's the long ass freeway that go down? I'm just using America as an example. What's the long freeway that go down the backbone of America? Like that could be the spine or whatever. I don't know how to say it, but it's different ways we could look at it. We always see like when we go to a party or like a family function, we see it as our family meeting. But what if we're like some bacteria that has to be together to make this body function move at a certain time? So we gathered that day or whatever. I know it's kind of complicated to think about it that way, but it is what it is. I don't see life as law of attraction. I see it as like we all have this purpose, and we've been fulfilling this purpose without even knowing we're fulfilling the purpose. It's like shit. Life is always moving and shit. We've been moving with it, but we've been thinking we controlling it, I guess. But I'm still trying to find that thought that'll really explain it. It's just some of us might be DNA, some of us might be old DNA, some of us new DNA. And the way I could correlate it, the new DNA would be like the star seeds and um what are other people, indigo children and stuff like that. And old DNA would be the people that was when did they start finding new DNA, like in the 70s. People that was probably born before then or right around that time. Those are people that got old DNA. And say it's a certain amount of people here. Say there's 1,000 people that was born in one year that's star seeds. They're not individual blood cells or anything, but they might be one collective blood cell or whatever. But I'm just talking like always, being crazy minded. But yeah, I mean, I think we're all functioning things that are operating on a greater scale of the universe, and we don't even see it. And we see life as coincidences, and no, it's a small world. But like even those small encounters, when you run into somebody from a long time ago, like school or some shit, how you know that when you just watched the shooting star go by you or some shit like that fast? You seen them and they was gone. Probably won't see them for a long ass time again. Like that's how I see shit. When I run into random people, I see them as stars. Like, or what do you say? Like suns and like shit like that. Like some people have a heavier gravitational pull, so when you run into them, You end up being around them. You want to hang around them. You don't just be like, oh, hey, bye, or how you been doing? Well, you'll get their number. You'll make sure they get your number. You'll call them. You'll make sure you see your number pop up in their phone so they no miss. Like, you going to really try to make sure everything go through because you really want to see them again. And they might be like a son, but some people are like shooting stars. But we see all these people as individual purposes. But what I was saying, if they're a shooting star, they still had a purpose that you seen it. Like, when you see these things, you're aligned to see these things. You don't just see a shooting star for no reason. Do you know how impossible it is to see a shooting star? Like, the odds of seeing shooting stars in your lifetime are pretty rare. So if you do see something like that, it's not, oh, that's a random event. Oh, that's a random occurrence that I got to see. No, you were meant to see that shit. Just like you could see a motherfucking trip and fall and nobody else watched that shit. You were meant to see that shit. Nobody else. Some things can happen in a blink of a second and be right back to normal like nothing happened. And nobody will see it but you. You were meant to see that shit. You were meant to analyze that. You were meant to break down. That was meant to give you a laugh. That was meant to make you sad. That was meant to make you feel awkward. Whatever that moment was, you seen it. It captured you. That's what shooting stars are. And then we see life as, like I said, these coincidences. But it's not. Everything happens for a reason. Like, literally for a reason. A shooting star has energy. A shooting star has so much presence. Just like our sun has energy. All these stars in the universe have energy. When you see them, no matter how big or not, how small, you obtain energy from those things. You connect with those things. Shit, you might have seen, that might have been a part of you flying around. You don't know. Like, a lot of this stuff is very magical. People don't think this world's magical, but shit, I can argue differently, but there's no point in arguing because I don't care about what you think. But, yeah, I just think people, really why I got on this rant is this law of attraction thing. Like I said, how can a slave attract abundance? I'm not saying that a slave can't get out of slavery, but if a slave literally were never taught abundance and freedom and justice and all these things that you have to try to attain, how would they ever know to get it? Like, David Banner said, if you gotta fight for something, it's not yours. If you gotta fight for justice, it's not yours. Like, you shouldn't have to fight for anything. It should be something that's naturally born, given to you. Like, every breath. You shouldn't have to stand up for this shit. Saying that you have to stand up for it, saying that it's a game between it and shit like that. But I also say to be or not to be. Law of attraction is. I got messed up. Law of attraction. I say it's to be or not to be, because people will say that you have to think the mindset. I don't think, it don't matter what you think, it don't matter what you perceive, it don't matter what you do, your life is going to go down the path it has to go down. You can say that to the people that's been slaves, you can say that to the people that are still slaves to jobs, you can say that to the people that are still slaves in Africa right now that's being captured to this very moment. What are they going to do to say, I'm getting out of this mentally? They might get out of it, but it's already in their path to get out of it. Or they might die, and it's their path already. Just like it's been many other people's paths to die as a slave or not to be a slave. It's not because they was attracted of it, it's just their purpose. And if you look in the Bible, it says that we're in bondage because of some of our past behaviors and past transgressions or whatever. So that would show that we're not even free from ourselves because we're in trouble from the higher powers. So what are you going to be attracting when the universe is literally on probation to you? Like, you can't just leave your body whenever you want to. That's supposed to be a power. That's supposed to be a sense that you can do if you read the Emerald Tablets. But that's a challenge now because it's a part of this probation period we on, bro. We're not truly free. The tribes of Israel are not truly free. So all this, let's gather abundance and be positive and shit, that's some Christian bullshit. I'm sorry. Have faith. Believe in the shit. Like, no, you don't have to have faith. You don't have to have anything. It's still gonna fucking happen to you, bro. I'm sorry. Like, that's what life has showed me. No matter what I tried to do, I wanted to be a football player. Worked out 3-4 times a day. Visualized that shit. Knew I was going to play for the Texans for years. I mean, not Texans, for Texas Longhorn for years. Met the scouts, shook their hands more than 1 or 2 or 3 times. They came to talk to me, all this different type of shit. I visualized that shit. I wanted that shit. It wasn't nothing that could stop me in my eyes, but I didn't go there, bro. Wasn't meant for me. Like, and then you could tell me because I wasn't sorry. Like, they wouldn't have came to see me 3 fucking times if I was fucking sorry, bro. Like, like, some things are aligned to you, some things are not. No matter how you see it, bro, it's going to happen. Just like you don't attract your rock bottom. Like, you don't think, I want to go to rock bottom. No, nigga, but that rock bottom going to change your life forever. You don't attract your rock bottom. So what make you think you attract your greatness? First of all, what is greatness? You don't have no idea what greatness is. I don't have no idea what greatness is because it's infinite. It is limitless. It can be expanded on by the millions of ideas. Like, when we think of shit that we want happiness for us, our higher self, the higher gods laugh at us because they're like, bro, that ain't shit. Your little plans, your little ideas ain't shit to what we're going to really give you. And I've seen some of what they have to offer. Like, I've been there, I am that, I ain't whatever, but I know what's destined for me because I've seen it. I've always been destined for that. And, like, I guess I said this spiritually as a spiritual thought, but I always thought it was a physical thought. And I was like, what if I got millions and I've just been holding out and trying to see who my real friends are, and then I tell them I have it. Knowing I don't have shit, like, really, but that is me. Like, I've been thinking that thought since a little ass kid, but that is me. I am abundant as fuck in my soul, and I'm trying to see who are the real souls that will come back with me. Like, I've seen that shit now, and I really have proven that shit through time. And ain't nothing on this earth that's gonna give me enough abundance, bro. Because I am from the universe. I am from the universe. I am infinite, bro. Like, we're limitless. So to say that I'm gonna be a billionaire or trillionaire is like saying that's the price of the universe, bitch. Ain't no price of me. You can't afford, ain't enough gold, ain't enough diamonds, ain't enough vibranium, which I do want to play with. Ain't enough none of that shit. Because the universe created it. The universe has more of it. The universe have infinite different types of gold, diamonds, vibranium, all these different wonders that we think are cool. They're just physical values. They come from the universe. Like, but I don't think people will get. I don't think people will get that because they're so stuck in investing into this physical world. But I'm trying to learn how to fly. Levitate, levitate, levitate. I'm out. New video coming soon, maybe.